Dodgy are an English power pop rock trio that rose to prominence during the Britpop era of the 1990s. They are best known for their hits Staying Out for the Summer, If You're Thinking of Me, and Good Enough. The latter was their biggest hit, reaching number 4 in the UK singles chart. They released their first album in over a decade, Stand Upright in a Cool Place, on Strikeback Records in February 2012. History: Dodgy were born from the ashes of Purple, a trio from Bromsgrove and Redditch, who had moved to London and was composed of Nigel Clark on bass, Matthew Priest on drums and David Griffiths on guitar. Shortly after their arrival in London in 1988, Frederick Collier joined the band as the bass guitarist, with Clark providing vocals. The new formation first settled in Battersea, using their living quarters as a rehearsal space. The quartet then relocated to a detached house in Hounslow, where they turned the garage into a recording studio. The band played extensively around the London music circuit. It was during that time that the band met their future manager, Andy Winter. Dissension led to the dismissal of Griffiths, with Clark stepping in as the guitarist. The trio performed several concerts around London before agreeing that a lead guitarist was needed. After placing an ad in the magazine Loot, the band invited Ben Lurie, a guitarist from Australia, to join them, only to see him leave them less than a week later to join the Jesus and Mary chain. Shortly after, Andy Miller joined the band. Armed with a new sound, the band decided to change its name. It is during this time of transition and intense songwriting that Collier left the outfit. Clark took back the bass, and with Miller on guitar and Matthew Priest on the drums, they became Dodgy. The band's debut album was produced by the Lightning Seeds' Ian Browdy. During the 1990s the band gained significant popularity for their live performances. The band concerned themselves with social issues by supporting the Serious Road Trip, War Child, the Liverpool Dockers strike, Charter 88 and Youth Democracy campaigns. The band became the second UK act, after China Drum, to play in Sarajevo after the lifting of the siege, giving a concert at Kite Club in August 1996. They returned to Bosnia in 1997, to film a program with Kate Thornton in Mostar. While Clark was absent from 1998 to 2007 to pursue ongoing solo projects, Priest and Miller continued the band as a five-piece joined by the vocalist David Bassi, keyboardist Chris Hallam, and bassist Nick Abnett. This lineup of the group would record one album, Real Estate, released in 2001, which was produced and mixed with Robin Evans at Teapot Studios in Scotland. On the Dingwalls to Dingwall tour in 2000, the group visited the Hebridean island of Taranzay, to entertain the castaways being filmed for a BBC reality television programme. The original lineup of the band, Clark, Miller, and Priest, returned with a live album, So Far on Three Wheels, Dodgy on the Radio, in October 2007. In the summer of 2007, the band announced a reunion tour, featuring the entire original lineup. These plans were abandoned however, when Miller fell out of bed, chipping a bone in his arm in the process. The rescheduled tour took place in March 2008. The band played 2 sets at Guildfest Music Festival in Guildford, Surrey in July 2008. The first set was an acoustic set in the Unison tent where they appeared in support of the organisation. They later played a set with full band on the main stage. They headlined the Sunday night at Scarborough's Beached Festival in August 2008, and appeared at the Tone Fest in September. In November 2008, the first tracks from new recording sessions appeared online. He played a benefit show in May 2009, as part of the homelessness charity Crisis Hidden Gigs campaign, alongside the Blue Tones. In 2009, Dodgy played at the Glastonbury Festival, as well as appearances at Bug Jam 2009, Whitfest and Cornbury. On August 29, 2010, Dodgy played at the Galters Festival in North Yorkshire, playing Dodgy tracks such as In a Room, and Staying Out for the Summer, as well as a version of Nigel Clark's solo track, 21st Century Man. On April 23, 2011, Dodgy played as the headliners at the Mashfest Festival in Trowbridge, and on May 28, 2011, Dodgy headlined at the Lee Stock Music Festival in Sudbury, Suffolk, helping to raise money for the Willow Foundation. Matthew Priest said in an interview with the BBC that they would be playing a mixture of new songs and old favourites, and talking of their new material said if we can just get people to listen to it, they're going to love it. On August 25, 2011, Dodgy also headlined at the Garlic Festival, in the Isle of Wight. In May 2012 they played at Lakey Fist Festival. What became of You? Our unregistered trademark was the first single to be taken from Stand Upright and a Cool Place. Unregistered trademark, the first album of new material from the three original members of Dodgy since the platinum-selling three-piece suite. Unregistered trademark. Rather than following the trend of bands reforming to play their classic albums in full, Dodgy announced that on their recent UK tour, it was their new album that would be previewed live in its entirety. The album was released February 20, 2012 via the independent Strikeback Records, and saw the band receiving rave reviews from the likes of Mojo, The Guardian and Q Magazine. Discography Studio albums The Dodgy album number 75 UK, Homegrown number 28 UK, Free Piece Suite number 7 UK, Real Estate, Stand Upright in a Cool Place number 76 UK. Compilation albums Aces and Killer Bees number 55 UK, The Collection, Good Enough, The Very Best of Dodgy. Live albums So Far on Three Wheels, Dodgy on the Radio, Dodgy, Live at Cornbury Festival, Dodgy Live, Back to Back. UK singles Summer Fair, Easy Way, the black and white single, Water Under the Bridge, Love Birds number 65. I Need Another number 67, The Melod EP number 53, Staying Out for the Summer number 38, So Let Me Go Far number 30, Making the Most of number 22, Staying Out for the Summer number 19, In a Room number 12, Good Enough number 4, If You're Thinking of Me number 11, Found You number 19, Every Single Day number 32, Feather Cuts and Monkey Boots, We All Need a Little, Liftin', Down in the Flood. Forgive Me, What Became of You, Only a Heartbeat, This Love Is Bigger Than Both of Us. Downloads Forgive Me, Demo, Down in the Flood, Find a Place, the Bootleg Series and Crisis Charity Download, Christmas at the Food Bank. See also, List of Britpop musicians, List of NME covers, List of performers on Top of the Pops, List of Nevermind the Buzzcocks episodes. References. External links: www.dodgyology.com, Dodgy's official website, www.myspace.com/Dodgy, Dodgy's official MySpace, comprehensive discography, Dodgy on the Mag.